There's tasty dumplings. That smelled good.
And 0.2 miles we need to take a left, which is coming up there. Their parks though.
Yeah.
For our park. Compared to this. Oh my god.
Don't. There's a little store right there. Yeah. Hit that on the way back, maybe. Yeah. We need to get some ramen for a woo. Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
on this train here, 14th Street, and then get on the number 5. Cross over the tracks and then get on number 5. Okay. Oh, cop a seat over here in the chairs, huh? What's that one?
The bird? Okay, cool.
Oh, got it.
Huh.
D'accord. Et on fait... ok, et on fait le truc après alors. Oh, look at them. On laisse le coin, là. Ouais.
Est-ce que tu veux des oiseaux en l'air après? Regarde. Ah, c'est les ibis.
Ah bon? Avec une petite boucle comme ça?
Je sais pas. Oui, grave.
Wow.
Ok, à la fin de minute, c'est la fin après, non? C'est la D'accord.
Go ahead, you're fine.
Jungle World's right here.
Jungle World's this way? Okay. It does.
People who sleep in the tree.
Oh my
They have the stuff in it. There's something back there rustling in the bushes. I don't know what's in the back of the bushes rustling, but it's something back there.
Oh yeah! There's otters over here.
What?
There's supposed to be otters.
Oh, look, Dad's in the bed up here.
Mama. It's right here.
There's one sleeping right there.
There's a bat up there.
Is that right there? Over here. Come here.
Oh, look. This is snake-headed snapping turtles. Catfishing on here. Indonesia stuff. The lizard. Did you get that video of the lizards? They're in the back.
I don't see them. Oh, there they are, huh? Oh, look at the monkeys, Dalton.
Oh, look, there's another bat here.
Mommy, I want the duck. I want the duck.
The duck? You want the duck?
Yeah, I want the duck.
Dark in here.
Oh yeah.
7 to 20 feet of rain.
See something else in the tree, the slow lawrence. Have you seen the slow lawrence? He's down over the rainforest.
Oh, Dalton.
I'll take pictures.
Over here. You tiger?
There's a lot of bats in here. Look at in that corner. It's like
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of them.
closed.
Look, there's one right there.
He's not feet. Where?
Look, it's like a stick, you see?
Oh, look, a beetle.
Uh-oh,
A
scorpion.
beetle.
The scorpion up top.
Oh. Look, a beetle. Dad, look, a beetle. Beetle.
Big beetle.
Look, look.
Forever.
Too well hidden for us.
Yes!
Oh, stop moving.
Whoa!
So gross.
Whoa!
Move back, son.
One.
Alright, move back, son.
That's a big old frog.
Mm-hmm.
Just take it, just take it.
Relax, I'm trying to get a nice picture.
Okay, took it. Yes. Oh my God. That's that. Guys, look.
That's more snakes.
A big snake.
It's the thing that's simple as eating in the Lion King.
Ooh, a giant millipede.
What?
Ooh. How do you wish this millipede?
I see it. I see it.
Oh, that's gross. That's the power of tree shoe.
Oh.
Oh, look.
Look, another snake.
Let's go. Hold on.
Let's go to
That's a frog.
I found a frog.
Python.
What?
See my snake?
Oh, frog.
Is it a snake?
Silver python.
Is it a snake?
No, it's just sitting there waiting to strike.
Big snake.
It's not a snake, but it's- The rainforest. The rainforest has all types of flowers.
Oh, all the way
Look,
back.
it tells you things. Look, ready? That's it. It's very blind.
You see the snake? Yeah, on the tree.
What flower, look, what flower is that, right? Look, gold. A smell that smells like rotten flesh, grows hundreds of flies, and the world's largest single flower. Rapidisha. It revitalizes what? Look, it's better,
No, I don't see it. Are these
anglers.
antlers left from a leopard tail? Daddy. No, like all tail, deer, some deer,
Oh, I remember the episode where.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Yeah.
And where they would break their beaks.
Yeah. There's some kind of that turtle. Oh, is that catfish? Yeah, it's good fish. Drop the camera there.
Well, if I do, we can't go home because Sammy will kill me.
Look, I see three.
You see that? Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's more than three. Come over here, baby.
This includes children, whether they're sitting on a lap or the chair next to you. Now, we here at the Bronx Zoo are the headquarters of the Wildlife Conservation Society, also known as WCS, where we have experts working in the field and zookeepers working here at home to protect and preserve wild animals in wild places all around the world. And as we travel across the Bronx River here today, we're going to be transported to Asia as if by magic, to see animals from Cambodia to Nepal, Mongolia to India, and so much more. In this first meadow, we're going to be on the lookout for several different deer species, as Asia is well known for its deer diversity. If you look right down in front of us, you will see some of our axis deer with those white spots on their back. They're well known for their white spots, as most deer lose their spots upon maturity, but not the axis deer. The axis deer will keep its spots for its entire lifetime. And if you look to the right of them, you may see an even larger deer. That is the Barasingha. Barasingha in Hindi means 12-tined, as the male's antlers can have anywhere from 12 to 14 points on them. And down here to our right, you can see some of our black buck antelope. The black buck antelope are the smallest animal in this exhibit. The black buck antelope is sexually dimorphic, meaning males and females look differently, as the males have a darker coat with long spiral horns, and the females have a lighter coat and no horns at all. Now, for more about those deer and antelope that we saw in that exhibit, here's one of our zookeepers.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm part of the Wild Asia Keeper team. We call this area Kanha Meadow, where we care for about 40 Barasingha deer, 15 axis deer, 10 black buck, and a pair of muntjac. We start our day by checking on all the animals, making sure they are healthy, behaving normally, and safe. Sometimes, fawns and calves are born overnight. Newborns are given a neonatal exam, which includes weighing, vaccination, and tagging for identification purposes. While the animals are in the meadow, we prepare their nighttime holding areas so that they have a safe and clean place to spend the night.
And as we come around this corner, we all know that a species that has gone extinct is no longer with us, like the dodo bird or the dinosaur. This next animal is the Mongolian wild horse. The Mongolian wild horse was on the verge of extinction. In fact, it was so close to extinction that it actually went extinct in nature, meaning that it could only be found in captivity. Now, that was the case until recently. North American zoos have been reintroducing them to their wild habitats of Mongolia and China, and their numbers have been bouncing back quite nicely. Now, our Mongolian wild horses here at the zoo like to stick together in one group, and since we haven't seen any yet, it means that they're all going to be at the top of this hill here. In the meantime, here's one of our experts to tell you a little bit more about that.
I'm Jonathan Slatt, and I'm the Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for the Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place on this earth. My job is to find practical solutions that allow people and wildlife to thrive together. Przeworski's horse went extinct in the wild in the 1960s. And on a recent trip to Kazakhstan, I thought about the ongoing and successful efforts in that country to bring these horses back to the Central Asian steppe. The world needs happy stories, to watch the impossible become possible, and to see hope restored. That's what's happening today with Przeworski's horse.
Now, you may be able to tell a couple of key differences between the Mongolian wild horses and the domestic horses that we're used to seeing here at home. For one, the Mongolian wild horse has a much stockier frame with shorter legs. And so having an erect mane that's missing the forelock. The forelock is that piece of hair that droops down over the forehead. And an erect mane just means that the hair on their neck is pointed straight up, almost as if they're rocking a mohawk. Now, we received our first Mongolian wild horses back in 1902, and since then we've had over 50 Mongolian wild horse foals born right here at the Bronx Zoo. And as we enter our next exhibit, we're going to be on the lookout for another endangered species, which is the gaur. Now the Gower are going to be down to the far right hand side, but you are going to be able to see them from here, as the Gower is the world's largest wild cattle, standing up to 6 feet tall, 10 feet long, and weighing up to 2,000 pounds. That's right, 2,000 pounds. That's the approximate weight of a small car. Now we're only stopping here for a moment. Please remain seated. We'll be pulling ahead shortly. Now, it doesn't take a scientist to tell the difference between the male and female Gower. You can do so just by looking at their horns here today. If the horns point straight up towards the sky, that is a male. If they're curved back in towards the head, that is a female. And if you're lucky enough to catch a good look at the baby's horns have not grown in completely yet. Now you may be looking at such a large animal and be wondering how they're endangered. There's not much that threatens them in the wild, as they can go face to face with some of the fiercest predators, including a tiger. What does threaten these animals is the loss of a wild Asian habitat and the diseases that they catch from domesticated cattle. Now, it is easy to forget that the Bronx Zoo sits at the heart of an urban environment. You may be hearing noises coming from a concrete jungle rather than an Asian one. And that's the Bronx River Parkway behind us. To keep those noises out, we built these large wooden fences off to our right-hand side, here and around the zoo, so our animals feel even more at home. I see him already. He's walking straight down this path here. The tiger can eat up to 40 pounds of meat in one sitting. That's approximately 160 hamburgers, to put that into perspective. Now you'll only see one tiger on display at a time, as that's how they travel in the wild, as tigers can be quite territorial. Now for more about our tigers is one of our experts.
WCS works with many species of tigers in the wild and at the zoo. Here's a note from one of our field scientists about his experience working with rangers to protect tigers in
their nose that almost resemble a deer's antlers. Now our male Barbarossa is back there. He's hiding a little bit. You can tell the males and the females apart by looking for the tusks. Only the males have tusks, females do not. Right hand side, you're going to see Happy, our Asian elephant. The Asian elephant can grow up to 10,000 pounds, but to be that big, you have to eat a lot in here at the Bronx Zoo. They do, eating up to 200 pounds of hay each day and washing that down with about 60 gallons of water. The second thing you probably notice about an elephant is their trunk. Their trunk is a great tool with about 40,000 muscles in it. That's more than the whole human body. Now, Asian elephants in particular have a finger-like adaptation at the bottom of their trunk so they can pick up an egg gently, or they can wrap that same trunk around a small tree and rip it right out of the ground with extreme force. Now, we like to spoil our Asian elephants here at the Bronx Zoo. They receive baths and pedicures twice a week. Roughly translated to firefox. Now today we know that
Pensar que puede poner, ajá. O con la idea. Yeah, Alpha. Wait, can we go on the fence? Oh, wait, we got 3 boys. Oh, yeah. We can go, no, look. What? Look, the gate. Oh, never mind. Giraffe! The giraffe! 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 Yo! Right behind us. What the fuck? That is ugly. It is ugly. Dude, there's literally turtles and upstairs from us. Oh, that's not. We have to see the It's right in the corner back there. You're not be able to actually see it out.
Oh yeah, there it is. This is the backside.
No tengo batería.
No.
Kira me manda la foto.
No, that's on the other side. No, my pictures are
No, yo no tengo batería.
on the other side.
Qué chulo. Era pesado.
Is this a rock or an egg?
That's a ball. That's an egg. It's an egg. It's a ball. Anybody home? That's a ball.
I don't see nobody.
Nobody home.
You see something?
Yeah, he's right up here on the hill sleeping.
Bird. Bird trap.
Adrian,